Hi, good Thursday afternoon, everyone. TJ here for your stretch break, your 12 p.m. stretch break. So today we will utilize the floor and a mat for our stretch break today. All right, so lying on our stomach, and so we're going to be in this Sphinx position. So where the shoulders are directly over the elbows, and we're pressing that hip into the floor and feeling the stretch through that lower part of our abdomen or our core. Nice job. Just really feeling that stretch, especially since we tend to sit in that area. Tends to get a little tight. All right, so now we're going to press up, and we're now going to go between cat-cow. So just kind of creating this easy flow. So arching your back like a cat, keeping your shoulders directly over your hands, hips are over your knees. So arch your back like a cat, really feel that stretch between your shoulder blades. Press that spine down, and then move it back up, arching your back, and pushing it back down. Give me two more. Nice job. Last one. Really get that arch, just so you can feel that stretch. All right, so now we're going to go into a child's pose. So we'll sit with our feet kind of, or our legs kind of making like a V, the letter V. So we'll just have the heels touching. We'll sit back onto those heels. Hands are over or out in front of us with the hands on the floor. Nice job. All right, so let's come back to hands and knees. So again, our shoulders are directly over our hands. And so I want you to take one hand, placing it on the back of your head, and I just want you to open, so turning your body out, and then just bring it back to the center, and then turn it back out, and bring it back to center. So it's just that rotational stretch, or that stretch that we feel within the core, and back down. Give me two more. And we'll do the other side. Last one. All right, switch sides. So I'm now going to place my right hand on the back of my head, and I will turn myself around for the sake of viewership. All right, so open up, and then back down. Open up, back down. Open up. So sometimes we tend to have a little bit of issues when it comes to like that rotational aspect. It's like we should be able to rotate our spine. Sometimes we tend to feel very locked up when it comes to twisting. One last one. Nice job. I have noticed it myself from time to time, which can be a little challenging. All right, so still we're on our knees, but now we're going to change where I want you to extend the right leg. So we're just going to do a stretch with the back of the leg. So I'm just using my left free hand to just balance myself. And I'm going to use my right hand to either reach for my calf, my ankle, or my toe. All right. So just holding that position steady. Hopefully feel like you're not wobbly or you're going to fall all over the place. Nice job. All right, so we're now going to take that foot, that leg that was extended, and so just at 90 degrees within the leg, and then the other leg that's on the floor, the other knee that's on the floor. I want you to just push yourself forward just a little bit so that you feel that stretch through that hip flexor. So if I turn around and still stick with the same leg, you'll see what I'm talking about. So just feeling it through here by kind of pushing your hip forward, not overdoing it. Nice job. All right, so now let's switch and let's change that leg. So now we're going to put that left leg out. So left leg out. So remember, your right hand is going to balance you, and your left hand is either grabbing for your calf, your ankle, or your toe. And feeling the stretch through the very back of the leg. Trying to keep yourself steady and not feeling like your body is like wobbly and shifting all over the place. Nice job. All right, so now we're going to take that foot, we're going to place it flat on the ground, and we're going to push that hip forward. So now we're doing that hip flexor for the other side. So again, for the sake of viewing, I'm going to turn around just so you can see what I'm doing. So that foot that was forward is now flat on the floor, or that foot is flat on the floor, pushing the hip forward, feeling the stretch through the hip, through that front, that bend. Nice job. All right, so sitting back, now let's take a seat onto the floor. So we're going to cross those legs, and very similar to our child's pose, I want you to reach out in front of you, feeling that stretch within the low back, moving right underneath the backside of those glutes. And I want you to walk it over to the right. And I want you to walk it over to the left. Still with your shoulders square to the floor, face down, hands in front of you. And then walk it back to center. All right, so the next one that we're going to do is going to be more of the stretch for like the outer thigh. So what we're going to do, you're going to use your hands for this particular one. And so it's alternating back and forth if you choose. Otherwise, you could just push the knee in. And so you're just kind of feeling the stretch through the left outer side. And then if you want, then you could take your right hand, you can push against your right knee, and again, feeling the stretch through that right outer thigh, and then you could switch. So maybe just holding it for a few seconds. Again, your left hand is pushing against the left knee, and then right hand is pushing against the right knee. We'll do one more for each. And then other side, last time. Excellent. All right. All right, so back to that kneeling position. And we're going to now stretch our back. This one we've done a couple of times. I like it. I hope you guys do too. All right. So let's just lean left hand towards the right side, and I'll tell you what we're going to do with that here in a few moments. So feeling that stretch underneath your left arm, really trying to extend that left arm to where your arm, there's no bend in your elbow. So really reaching. All right, so come out of that for just a moment. So the next one, take your right hand, and if you need to, you could just kind of rest it on the back of your calf. Otherwise, you could just pretty much, you're going to reach like you would, but you're going to lean slightly back. So now instead of feeling it underneath just the shoulder itself, you're now going to feel it in through the oblique. So that left side, so left side of your back, left oblique, left hip, slightly lean back. So if I turn, you can kind of slightly see that I'm slightly leaning back versus just leaning towards one side. And it's easier just to rest your hand. Like if you rest your hand on a chair, it's easier to do so than to rest it on your leg. All right, so let's do the other side. All right, so just simply reaching right over towards the left side. Really straighten that arm, really try to take that bend out of your arm just so it helps feel that stretch through your back. And we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with that slightly leaning back. So let's come out of that. So again, use your left hand, kind of rest it on the back of your calf, or maybe a chair would be easier. And then just slightly lean back. You may not be able to straighten your arm with this one. But I'll turn to the side so you can see. Nice job. All right, so come out of that. So let's do a quad stretch. So we're gonna lie on our side. And so we're gonna grab the top of our left foot with our left hand and just keeping that knee, that left knee in line with the right leg. Excellent job. Push that knee, that left knee back just a little further. Again, just feeling it through that hip. Nice job. All right, let's switch and do the other side really quick. So now the right hand is grabbing the right foot, and that right knee is in line with the left leg. Just feeling that stretch through the front of that right leg. And now push that right knee back just a little bit, not too much. Excellent job. All right, so sitting onto our bottom, and we're just going to simply reach for either our calf, our ankle, or our toes, just kind of re-stretching through the back of those hamstrings and the back of the leg. Excellent. All right, so now we're going to act like we're sunbathing. So our hands are going to be back behind us and just sticking, kind of pushing your shoulders back and sticking your chest out. And just feeling that stretch through the front of your shoulder into your chest. Nice job. Coming out of that, one last and final stretch that we will do. I'm just going to come up onto my knees, just the easiest transition of all. So we're going to do just a couple of neck stretches. Right ear to right shoulder. Use your right hand to just gently pull on the left side of your head and extend that left arm just a little bit, just to feel that stretch underneath your left ear, traveling down that side of your neck. All right, let's do the other side. So now my left hand is going to grab that right side of my head, pulling that left ear towards my shoulder and extending that right hand just a little bit. Nice job, everyone. Excellent. All right, so we have group cycles starting in about 12 minutes if you are here in person. Otherwise, we have our last Thrive in 5 movement / stretch break happening at 2 p.m. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye, everyone.